Hi, welcome to SGT University. I'm Jasleen from the Faculty of Hotel and Tourism Management. Today, we'll be making gooey chocolate brownies. So, let's get started. The story of brownies goes like this. Bartha Palmer, wife of Palmer Hotel owner, was asked to create a dessert especially for boxed lunches at Women's Pavilion. Palmer went to her hotel's pastry chef and gave them the task of creating a dessert that was easier to eat than a piece of pie and smaller than a layer cake that could be easily served in boxed lunches. The result was a brownie made with double the chocolate, walnuts and apricots that still is made at the hotels to this day. For brownies, we require these ingredients as follows: flour, which is 150 grams, castor sugar 150 grams, chopped walnuts is half cup, then we have milk maid, which is half cup, chocolate which I have melted it in the double boiler. How we melt chocolate is, we will put it in the double boiler, direct we will not melt, otherwise it will burn. So, this is again 150 grams, butter 1.5 cup, eggs I am taking 2, which is optional, either you can take with egg or without egg you can make, and cocoa powder is 75 grams. So, let us get started. So, first of all I will be putting some egg, that is 2 eggs in the bowl. I will be beating a little. As I told you, like cake, we don't have to beat it too much. So, very little I am beating. We don't have to make it too much aerated because it has to be gooey. The brownies has to be gooey. So, we will be beating it little bit. So, to this egg I have already added vanilla essence, that is half teaspoon. Now, I will be putting butter, and little bit of sugar I think we will add now. Then after that, step by step I will add little sugar. This is powdered sugar. One tip I would like to tell you all, in case your butter curdles with sugar, then you put the flour immediately so that the curdle effect does not come. And first in this flour I have added 1.5 teaspoon of baking powder. So, I will complete it first with sugar, then I will continue with the flour. Now, I am adding this flour to it, which is 150 grams, little by little. And now, the 75 grams of cocoa powder. You can see the chocolatey consistency of the brownie. Now, since it is little thick, I am adding milk maid to it. Milk maid, little bit I have added water to the milk maid so that the consistency is little creamy, otherwise it gets little thick and we want it gooey. So, lastly I will add this tempting melted chocolate. It is smelling really divine. So, I think it will tempt you all when it is done. So, this chocolate I have already put in the double boiler and melted. So, the method is, in my previous videos also I had shown how we melt the chocolate in the double boiler. First of all, we take a pan, we put some water in that, we warm it. Then we will put the chocolate in the glass bowl and stir it on top. We can't melt chocolate directly, otherwise it burns. Even in the microwave you can melt chocolate, but for that you have to keep on stirring in between 5 seconds, 10 seconds. So better to boil on a double boiler, the traditional method. So let's put this melted chocolate. And we can adjust the consistency of milkmaid as well. Seeing the texture of your brownie, you can decide for yourself. If you want some more milkmaid, we can add it. So my batter needs little bit more of milkmaid, so I'm adding it again, so that the consistency is little liquid and gooey as well. And how can you forget the walnuts, which gives the brownie its name, chocolate walnut brownie. The crunchy walnuts will give it a yummy flavor, and it's already smelling divine, as I told you, with the chocolate flavor coming, the aroma coming, and some chopped walnuts. It's almost done. Now I'll put it in my brownie tin. Brownies are made in thin metal sheets because they are not like cake. They have to be thin and rectangular mostly in shape. So I'll be putting it in this, my metal tin, which I have put butter paper in this. First I've dusted with flour, and then I've put this butter paper, and now I'll pour in this. Brownies were American in origin. They started early 20th century. The brownies came into existence in America. First, they were making chocolate cakes out of it. Then after that, some experiment the chefs did, and then it turned into an interesting brownie. So this is how it will look after baking. You'll see the interesting brownie, how flat and how gooey it is. So I'm spreading with a spatula for even spreading of my brownie. Then I'll dab it. This is called dabbing, so that all the air cells escape from brownie. I'll put a little bit of chopped walnuts on top also, so that it looks good when it is baked. So this is done. Now I'll be putting it in the oven at 180 degrees Celsius for around 20 to 25 minutes, and then your brownie is ready for you all to taste. So I have preheated the oven for 10 to 15 minutes. You can see the temperature is 180 degrees Celsius. Around 20 to 25 minutes, I'll bake these brownies in the oven, and then they'll be ready for you all to eat. After baking in the oven for 20 to 25 minutes, my gooey chocolate brownies are ready. So I'll be drizzling it with chocolate, which I have put in the double boiler and melted, and then I'll top it up with a few walnuts. So this is how I'm drizzling. This is basically a ganache. I've added cream to it, and now I'm drizzling like this. Putting some walnuts on it. So you can see how it's looking, and I'll take a bite of it. It's really divine, melting in my mouth. So my gooey chocolate brownies is really yummy for you all to taste. So today we learned gooey chocolate brownies. Next time we meet, we learn double layer chocolate mousse. Till that time, keep learning, keep growing. See you next time. Bye-bye.